Hello and welcome to another anime lore and theory video. I'm Shergog, your host, and today we are going to take a closer look at why Evileye represents everything that the Theocacy of Slain abhors, and why she still was invited to join it. But before we're going to take a closer look at any of this, let me quickly thank my Patreons for supporting this channel and say my thanks to all users of the YouTube thanks function for making one-time donations. And now with that said, let's get to the topic at hand. Evileye, as an undead vampire princess, a member of the 13 heroes, a rainbow eye, and as a member of the Blue Roses, is not exactly favored by the Theocacy. However, despite all of that, the Theocacy made an effort to Evileye to collaborate and even invite her to Slain, together with the rest of Blue Roses. But let's start from the very beginning, shall we? The Slain Theocacy is a humanocentric nation that despises and seeks to eradicate all other non-human life forms. They believe that it is the right of humans and humans alone to dominate and claim the new world for themselves. And there are likely reasons behind Slain's belief. The ever-present threat of bloodthirsty demi-humans, such as the Beastman nation, that recently feasted on the inhabitants of the Dragon Kingdom, for example, and the various other perils in the New World may have put the Theocacy over the centuries on high alert. The constant menace of undead people, seeking to end life itself, took a concrete form with the summoning of the 3 Soul Eaters by Surnon, even before the appearance of Ein Soul Gone. And this is basically a battle that Slain has been waging for hundreds of years, and the so-called 6 Great Gods, the 6 players reborn as the avatars in the New World, who founded the Theocacy and saved humanity from the brink of extinction, may also have played a significant role in this very struggle, seeing that everything wanted to nom on the humans nommed back. However, the exact reason for the Theocacy's contempt for others will not be the focus of today's video, as the matter at hand is Evileye. And again, she is despised by the Theocacy, firstly for not being a human and never having been one, because Evileye is a so-called rainbow eye, a humanoid species, smaller and more magical than normal humans, with a special magical aptitude in elemental magic. This alone is sufficient for the Theocacy to hold a certainly huge disdain. Interestingly, the Theocacy once believed that they could at least peacefully coexist with elves. However, following the Elf King's invasion, the abduction and desecration of the then strongest godkin of the Theocacy, the possibility of friendly coexistence with elves, again a very humanoid people, seem to have been eradicated completely. And now we move on to the next point, because Evileye is not only not a human, and never had been a human, but she is now also undead. And this transformation occurred inadvertently during the course of Cure Elim Los Malvas ritual, resulting in her eternal existence as an undead wandering through the world. And undead are both hated and abhorred by the Theocacy, since as mentioned, they seek the lives of the living and disdain life itself. However, Evileye managed to maintain her sanity and did not succumb to this kind of hatred for all living things, because basically as a vampire princess, she has significantly more freedom from this downside of being undead than for example Ein Soul Gone and Yuri Alpha, who also have been blessed or cursed with the emotional dampening that other undead beings such as Elder Liches also have. And nonetheless, the Theocacy despises the undead and consequently Evileye, which is in itself quite a significant double standard. And this becomes apparent when you consider that the so-called god of death, Surshana, is an undead overlord himself, and his first follower Rufus is also still alive today. And due to his extended lifespan, he is likely not a human like Auriel Omega, who is just immortal, but rather an undead being. likely the ones Oshana first made once he came into the New World. Oh, and the Cardinals and the Theocacy are very well aware that the revelation of the truth about the 6 great gods, especially regarding the population's belief and faith, that the 6 players were all human, would pose enormous problems if it were ever to be exposed. And with that said, we move on to the membership in the group of the 13 heroes, because the Theocacy not only grapples with historical truths concerning the 6 great gods, but also with the real history of the 13 heroes as well. They were not just 13 humans who wiped out the so-called evil deities from the surface of the planet. And the evil deities were most likely NPCs from Yggdrasil Online that attacked anything near them. Because firstly, there were significantly more than just 13 heroes. And secondly, they were by no means all human. Alongside 2 players from Yggdrasil Online, there were also Platinum Dragonlord, or rather his armor. There was Rigret Bears Karu, a human necromancer who lived for over 200 years, and is still a bit salty about Platinum's depiction and deception. Oh, and by the way, I've just realized that the story of Platinum's armor bears some resemblance to Momon, the totally human hero of Freest Ties, but that's a topic for another video. And Evileye, a rainbow eye and an undead vampire princess, was also part of the group. And the Dwarf King was also a member, and he set out to punish the evil gods after one of them devastated the capital of his kingdom. And undoubtedly, there were dozens of other powerful characters, perhaps even other Dragon Lords, such as Cure Elim, or one of the Dragon Lords from Arkland, who were also part of the 13 heroes. However, a diverse group of heroes who joined forces to defeat a common foe does not align with the humanocentric ideals and the worldview of Slain, and naturally therefore Evileye presents a certain danger because she knows about the historical truth. And Evileye is also a member of the Blue Roses, and this too poses a problem for the Theocracy of Slain, because the Blue Roses once obstructed a holy mission from the Sunlight Scripture, an elite force of the Slain Theocracy, tasked with eradicating non-human settlement. And during this incident, Lachius employed her own sword, named Killenarium, one of the swords of the Dark Knight, who was also a member of the 13 heroes, in order to wound Nigun Griteluin and give him his scar, in order to protect the demi-humans from otherwise certain eradication by the Sunlight Scripture's hand. And despite all of this, the Theocracy wanted Evileye, along with the rest of Blue Roses, to dedicate herself to their cause and join the Theocracy, albeit as adventurers. And the reason for this is quite simple. The Theocracy uses the narrative of human might and virtue, of myths and legends, and belief in the 6 players to unite humanity internally against the many external enemies it really has. Although the Cardinals are all religious, their view, their faith, is more nuanced, and they are willing to make compromises between faith and necessity to preserve their state. That's realpolitik, as they say. For example, Slain wanted to know from Jerknif if the champion of the arena, the war troll Gogin, would fight for their cause against Ein Solgon and his troops, despite him being a troll. And after Ein Solgon swiftly annexed Irantel, brought the Dwarf Kingdom and the Holy Kingdom to his side, before unleashing a destructive war against the Kingdom of Freest Ties, Slain simply couldn't afford to be choosy about choosing their allies anymore. You can breathe? You had been breathing at some time, albeit briefly, and you want to fight for us? Then welcome to Slain. And therefore, they were ready to bury all of the old grudges that they had with Blue Roses and evacuate them from the Kingdom of Freest Ties, to in turn use their strength to mitigate the losses of their troops. Because after the loss of the Sunlight Scripture and a Miku priestess, the Theocracy was simply not as strong as they used to be, and there were problems on all possible sides of the slain Theocacy as well. The Elf King at this point was still alive, and the Riesta's kingdom was on the brink of collapse. The demi-humans had attacked the humans in the Dragon Kingdom in earnest, the Holy Kingdom was brainwashed by Nea Baraya, and then there was this adorable little problem named Eins Olgon. In other words, Slain would like, as depicted in their propaganda, to dominate the world, while only humans, as their fighters and allies, cleanse them from all the wickedness the other species pose. However, given the geopolitical situation, they must gather every single strong fighter around them, whether human or not. And that's why Slain offered Evileye to join their state, even though Evileye represents everything the Theocacy normally would despise. And with that said, now it's your turn. Do you have something to say? Did I forget to mention something? Let me know down in the comment section. And while you type, I say thank you very much for watching and special thanks to Arder Daddy Arder, ASK, Bad Guy Yee, Bad Burrito 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Dragonlord Placido Saxophone, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Firalchivan, Guy with Dead Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Haster, Jacob G, Jonna B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Lothrazer, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, Oakkill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantum, Personage, Primus 11, Rhinomere, Q&A Caracos P, Sharegox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rocket Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenokai, and Zonegon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon on my next video.